Hello and welcome everyone to our Journal Jumpstart. My name is Laura Hudson and I am the founder of Resilient Spirit. And this is Resilient Spirit is where I work with writers and artists, healers, transformational leaders, and people who are ready to relinquish perfectionism, claim their enoughness, and cultivate resilience to do what they've always wanted to do. And what I help you do is connect with deep values and inner wisdom and resources to gain courage and confidence, to heal relationships, start books and creative projects, improve your health, and make your unique contribution to the world. So that's what Resilient Spirit is about. And this Journal Jumpstart is just a kind of a quick but powerful opportunity to pause, reconnect with your body, mind, and spirit, and express your authentic voice and soul wisdom. So we'll have about 5 minutes of meditation and 10 minutes of writing time, give or take a little bit. And so have your writing materials ready, and that could be, a notebook, or it could be a document on your computer, whatever is your preferred way of writing. Have that ready, and then find a comfortable position right now, some way of being that you can get as comfortable as you can in your space, whether it's sitting up, lying down, standing up, whatever feels best for your body right now. Someplace where you can maybe try to lengthen your spine, or at least breathe freely, and notice your breath, and maybe have a feeling of connection with the ground beneath you. So with all of that, let's get started. And today we're going to just begin with a breath awareness meditation. So let's begin. Beginning maybe with 3 deep breaths, just cleansing breaths to release whatever you came here with. Just breathing in and letting it out, breathing it in again, filling it up, and maybe this time letting it out through your lips as if you're blowing through a straw. And what that does is slow your breath down, breathing in and blowing out again. And you can keep doing that if it feels right, or you can just allow yourself now to settle back into just a steady rhythm of breath. And just allow yourself to notice the rising and the falling, maybe of your belly as you breathe in, your diaphragm, your chest. And just notice if it helps you to think rising and falling. You can find any pair of words that helps you kind of connect with that breath and allow yourself to use those as an anchor point in your mind. Inhaling and exhaling. And as you continue to breathe, you might find your mind going lots of different ways, and it's okay. Just allow yourself to notice that your mind is going different ways, with compassion for yourself, and then allow yourself just to come back to noticing your breath again and observing rising and falling, resting and trusting. Allow your senses to have some awareness of the symphony of now happening all around you, but continually returning to just notice that rising and falling breath. And just keep returning to the breath, rising and falling. And noticing any stillness that your body is finding as you continue to notice your breath. And as we come to the conclusion of the meditation, easing yourself back into this space, this Zoom space with one another, allowing your eyes to open slowly and notice where your writing materials are and find them. And as you listen to this poem, jot down any words or phrases that might resonate for you, which might become starting points for your own writing. And as I said, after the poem, I'll offer a couple of prompt suggestions and some words to play with. And as always, take what inspires you and leave what doesn't. So there's anything that works for you to get you writing is the starting point we want. And this poem that I'm reading comes from a book called Songs from the River by Anis Mojgani, who's the poet laureate of Oregon, whom I got to hear speak recently. Very dynamic. He's a spoken word poet, so very dynamic in his reading. I'm excerpting from this poem. It's not the whole poem, but it's called Closer. So let's listen to Anis Mojgani's poem. Come closer. Come into this. Come closer. You are quite the beauty. If no one has ever told you this before, know that right now you are quite the beauty. There is joy in how your mouth dances with your teeth. Your mouth is a sign of how sacred your life truly is. So come into it. Come closer. Know that whatever God prays to, he asked it to help him make something of worth. He woke from his dreams, scraped the soil from the places inside himself, made you, and was happy. You make the Lord happy. Come into this. Come closer. Know that something softer than us, but just as holy, planted the pieces of himself into our feet, that we might one day dance our way back to him. Know that you are almost home. So come closer, come into this. There are birds beating their wings beneath your breastplate, gentle sparrows aching to sing. Come, aching hearts. Come, soldiers of joy, doormen of truth. Come, true of heart. I see teacups in your smiles, upside down, glowing. Your hands are like my heart. Some days all they do is tremble. I am like you. I am like you. I too at times am filled with so much fear, but like a hallway must find the strength to walk through it. Walk through this with me, through this church that is ours, this church of bone, birthed of blood and muscle, where every move our arms make and every breath we swallow is worship. If we choke, it is only on songs. Bend with me in this church of ours. There is a doorknob glowing like chance. Clutch it, turn and pull, step through, chin up, back straight, eyes open, hearts loud. Walk through this with me. Walk through this with me. So that poem has a lot of words in it, but I think you get the feeling overall of the movement and the joy that this poet's expressing. And so Here are some possible entry points for your writing, and I will put these in the chat as well. If you have, hopefully you already wrote down other things that have occurred to you, but perhaps you might work with what in your life is inviting you to come closer. And are you willing or resistant to come closer to it? Or you could tell the story of walking through a door or walking through something with someone. Or you might try using one of these phrases as a starting point: come closer or walk through this. And if you would like some words to play with, I will put those in the chat as well. Mouth, home, closer, tremble, glowing, and sing. And so I always like to say first thought, best thought, and let yourself let this poem and these ideas take you where they will. And if you get stuck somewhere, I invite you just to keep your hand moving, to find your way, to just allow whatever is arising to be a good starting place for you. Just keep writing and keep breathing as you write. There's just a little more than a minute left. So you can continue writing for that minute, but you might want to consider how to close this for today or where to pause that you can come back to when you're ready. We'll let that bring our writing practice time to a close. Thank you, all of you, for being here this day, and I wish you well.